Gamer98 here, and as we all know, one of the greatest artists of the last 2 decades has killed himself. On July 20th, he was discovered at exactly 9 in the morning. I don't know when he killed himself. I know he was found dead at 9 in the morning. And from an apparent hanging, they suspect suicide, but you know, it probably is a suicide. Either that or someone snuck into his house, chloroformed him or something, like put him on a rope, but not jokingly, I'm not fucking making fun of his death. It's really serious, you know. They were a really important band in my life. They were the first band I really got into. Like, there was songs from I would listen to from other bands, but like there's never been, until then, there's never been a band you're like, holy shit, these guys are good, I'm gonna like buy their album or like listen to an album or, you know, see all the music they have. And I discovered them when I was like 12, and I would just listen to them every day for like hours a day for like 4 years straight. Like, that's all I would listen to. I was like super into them, and you know, that band was a lot to me. It was the first concert I went to when I was 14 with the hunting party, or haunting, I forget what it's called, one of those two. You know, it was really a special band to me. And you know, hey, what's up, person? He hung himself, unfortunately. His friend Chris Cornell, who was like kind of like a mentor, like he was the inspiration to his music, killed himself on like May 17th of this year. And he's been depressed for like the past couple years. He's been dealing with drugs and a lot of substance abuse, like drugs, alcohol, and just depression. And you know, it was like his wife, I mean not his wife, Chris Cornell was like the final straw. Like he could not take it anymore. Like he was in so much like mental pain from that. That was, he was his rock man. And just to have that ripped away from you so suddenly. Like, they were going to play, you know, the new single Heavy, and they found out like John Jimmy came alive, and they found out right before they were gonna perform about Chris Cornell, and they decided to sing One More Light because, you know, it's a song about death. I would play it for you, but I would get copyrighted, and I've gotten like 4 of those, you know, because like music playing in the background like 40 feet away is legible. Anyways, he that was just it for him. So he went to his house in California. It's a Spanish name, so I'm not even gonna try to pronounce it because I know I'm gonna fuck it up. If Eric was here to have him pronounce it, but he's not. I think he might be watching this. And he just like hung himself. He was discovered 9 a.m. in the morning by an employee upstairs, hanging from a rope. And it was a horrible thing to happen. He was really talented. Probably, I would say, and I know a lot of people would say, one of the top bands of this generation and just the last 20 years. He started off in a band called Grey Days, which did not work out. I mean, they kind of blew. And he went a couple years. He went like a year trying to find a new band, and he found this band called X0 or Zero. It's Xero or something like that, which was which would be later named Hybrid Theory, which is the name of their first album, but would they would eventually settle on the name Linkin Park before the first album released after One Step Closer. I think it was still Hybrid Theory on One Step Closer, but that One Step Closer to the Edge was a big break. That was a hit single, but what they really started picking up traction was on the Hybrid Theory, which had songs like In the End, One Step. It had One Step Closer to the Edge, Paper Cut, Points of Authority. It was a really, really good album, and they were the first. They're not the first ones to do it, but the first ones to make it work, where they combined like rap with metal and rock and roll, and it was beautiful. It spoke to a lot of people. I know it got people through some tough times, like listening to that band, and he will be missed. And I know a lot of you guys have been reading up on his wife's Talinda, I think that's how you pronounce her name, Talinda tweets, and she's like saying, I was basically said, I don't care, I was cheating on him with Mike Shinoda, the rapper in the band. And I'm like, no fucking way. And then she said, I never really loved him, I only loved the money. And then for some fucking reason, just to be like a whore or something, I don't believe this happened. First of all, I know it happened. I don't believe it was her though. Mike's dick was better than Chester's. I'm like, come on. I saw that. I was like, if this is you, you are literally the world's biggest bitch and attention whore. Trying to make the news more about you dissing your husband and not your husband's death, who was struggling. He has left 6 children behind, and very well now have to grow up without a father. He's left millions of fans just not able to hear the music ever again, like people who never got the chance to see them in concert, people who never got to meet him, people, who's always wanted to just get that chance to see a Linkin Park thing, like anything, see anybody in the band. I mean, you can still see Mike and the rest, but you won't ever see Chester again. And it's sad. If you look at the titles of the album, he was asking for help, like Nobody Can Save Me Now, Battle Symphony. And a couple of days ago, he did like a podcast with somebody where he's like talking about this, and nobody really picked up on it. The guy just made it sound like he was just overthinking things, like Chester was overthinking things, but Chester was just like saying, in here, behind my ears, that is a bad neighborhood. I should not be left alone in there. And someone sort of picked up on that and try to help him or offer him help. It was a very, very tragic end to a great songwriter, singer with a very unique voice. And hopefully, I really hope this, like, I know a lot of you be like, no, they should continue, but hopefully Linkin Park ends here. Don't try to replace him. That would bring a lot of, god damn it, person, a lot of disrespect to him. I would find that disrespectful to Chester. This is his legacy. He built it up with Mike. And they were founding members, and it should die with him. Like, I don't care. Maybe Mike's a good rapper. He can go solo. Like, I believe that he will find success solo, because he was a good rapper. He wasn't like nigga, fuck a hoe and shoot a nigga. He he was good. He actually said stuff that meant something. It wasn't just another generic rapper. And anyways, I'm getting off track. Chester has been really depressed. He was sexually abused by an older man as a child, and I know that's been on his mind a lot lately. Like, you never really would grow out of that. Like, yes, you could probably go through therapy. I'm not sure if he's ever gone through therapy, but you know, you can talk to people. You're never over that. Like, as a child, he was sexually abused, and we don't know the guy's name, but I would hope he is rotting in hell right now, or you know, getting his balls cut off in China. But Chester, he was part of like the biggest, the starting of, he started a new genre with this rap and rock combination, and no one's ever gonna do it the same as him. But he was like the biggest band to me, like of that time, 2000s. You know, I was really little. I was like 2, but you know, it spoke to me in a different generation than that. Like those albums, but he was coming up with the best. Like he's met like people like Billy Joel Armstrong. I don't know the guy's name, but the guy from Blink 182. That guy's a weirdo, isn't he? Not saying the music's bad, but the dude's just kind of weird. And he was very successful. He seemed happy. He was talking about like how happy he was like weeks prior, but then like the podcast came up. I don't know the guy's podcast, but if you look up Linkin Park last podcast on YouTube, you will find it. And you know, there's a lot of tributes to him. In the End is like my 3rd favorite song ever. The Hybrid Theory album is my 2nd favorite album, second only to Dookie by Green Day, second only to them. And then I would say after that is Meteora, because that album was good. It was Dookie, Hybrid Theory, Meteora, and they were great. And Chester will definitely be missed. My condolences go out to his family and the band and all of his friends. And I hope he is in peace right now and not in hell or anything like that. I mean, no one really knows what happened, so hopefully he's in peace. Hanging out with Chris Cornell. And I think that'll just about do it, guys. Make sure if you like this and you want to see gameplay, don't have to. I kind of feel like I'm just expecting the video, but I have to. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you you can share this video. I'm not expecting you to I'm not doing this for clickbait or subscriptions. I'm doing this because they actually meant something to me and will never be forgotten by me. I will always remember them as that first band. I was never actually really into music until I discovered them, as I said, and they fixed that and had a lot of good messages. So that'll wrap it up for this video.